My partners and I are building, supposedly, allegedly, the world's first fully automated unmanned podcast studio, and we're opening our first ever branch in the city area, where you can see where I am. I'm walking to the space. Today we are doing a contractor meeting to do some measurements and getting the studio done, and the studio will be launched very, very soon. So this studio took about, almost 1.5 years of R&D, research, and looking for collaborators, trying to figure out the tech part of it, trying to find the perfect location, and just a lot of stars had to align for this studio to happen. And after 1.5 years of research, developing the tech, looking for a location, finally towards the end of 2024, a lot of stars managed to align, and in early 2025, we managed to kickstart the renovation and progress of this fully automated unmanned podcast studio, the world's first, allegedly.
We'll probably do something similar, and so it's both these two units lah. Okay? So we want to hang away this one to make it less like outside.
So right now we're doing the measurements and a lot of restrictions to the renovation. Everything needs a lot of approval, and so we really need to get everything right the first time, because if we need to change anything, then there needs to be more approvals, so that's why we are here for like a few hour meeting just to get everything right, including the measurements, the colors of the wall, LED lights, and everything. Yeah, so exciting times. Here to check in on the progress of the renovation today. Most of the things are still building, but I think we are progressing good. We actually took quite a while to get to this stage because this studio is within a MRT station, so there are a lot of security, safety and approval processes to even get to the renovation stage. So this is a very, very big progress. So flooring is all done up, and I guess the first coat of paint is done. It's as you can see, a dark themed studio, and of course the lighting, and what we're gonna do is gonna put some like light themed curtains here, so you can change the whole vibe with the curtains as well as the light, whether you're on dark theme or light theme and stuff like that. It's quite interesting. We are using these gym type floor mats, right? Because I don't think any studio has explored using these, because they are quite soft, right? They are very soft, they are very good to walk on, and if there's like sweat or spillage of certain like water and stuff like that, it's easier to clean up also. Honestly, my partners and I have been talking about building this studio for like coming to 2 years. Of course, we started with LFG Content Co, which is our podcast studio that's located in our unit. We have served so many different businesses, influencers, real estate agents, and speakers, coaches, people like that. But we've always dreamed of having a fully automated studio where people can book the studio via an app, control the studio via the same app, and then they collect the content that they film via that same app, which is a dream because it requires so much collaboration, partnerships, and so many stars to align, as well as the technology, right? The technology, the physical automation plus the software automation is the hardest to figure out. After 2 years of R&D, looking for the right partners, we are finally making it happen, which is honestly pretty surreal, right? Like, is this real? Right? We are hoping that this content studio can go out to serve the people that we are so passionate about serving, which is your entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, freelancers, and people who know that they want to make content to create brand authority. They want to share their knowledge and educate other people, but creating videos is such an expensive and time-exhausting thing. We hope that this can service these people to allow them to share their knowledge very, very affordably and very, very easily. Curtain tracks are going up soon, and we are fixing up the main device that's going to be recording the podcast and content.
What are you? Oh.
As usual, with businesses, many things can go wrong. Some of the equipment that we bought was damaged during transport, so now we need to figure out some way to get some new shit in before we launch. Years and months of planning, renovation has finally come down to this. Would say we are like what, 80% there? Are we 80% there?
Yeah, so
80% there. We will be launching in a few weeks. It's quite exciting but very scary at the same time, because the thing about starting something that nobody has really done before is that there is no point of reference. You cannot see like what mistakes people have made. So we just gotta figure out everything one step at a time and pray really, really hard that it works out for the clients. So we will fix the kinks and the mistakes as we go, but it's looking really, really beyond our wildest dreams and expectations. The world's first fully automated unmanned podcast and content studio. Woo!
everything is 7788 according to JJ.
Yes, I think we are
7788.
good to launch already. So Spectra, which is what we decided to name the brains of the pod, is working. The set is working. Ignore the rubbish on the table. We have put up all the instructions, the rules and all the signs, so that's working. All the equipment is working and the controls on the table, they are all working. So I think we are ready for launch. Let's check out the outside. I think I haven't shown you guys the outside.
Okay, let's go.
We're almost ready to go. Our very first pod. Super excited about where this new pod will lead us.
Gonna take us.
It's been about 2 years since we started AFG Content Co, and then now we're finally launching the pod, which is, by the way, the world's first fully automated unmanned podcast and content studio. So there are quite a lot of other studios out there overseas, right, not locally, that also say that they are automated. But the true fact is that most of the studios are semi-automated and not fully automated. And what we're
Selling
doing
Koyo
here,
way, by the way, guys.
True lah,
Supposed to be
true
a
lah.
vlog in like a sales pitch, bro.
but it's true, like what we are doing here, why we took
For $39 a session.
for $39 a session.
Yeah.
Why we took so long to figure this out was because we needed to find a way to fully automate this. All the way from downloading the app, booking the studio via the app, coming into the studio, controlling everything, getting the files via the app. None of this, right, is controlled by a human being. It is all fully automated, which makes it really, really difficult to figure out, because the automation process does not just need to happen within the software, it also needs to happen in the physical world. When you click something, it will open and it will, so like no human intervention.
Like both hardware and software automation.
Which makes it pretty difficult to do. So the fact that I think we can even get here, I think is already quite an achievement itself. I'm actually quite happy. No matter where this goes from here, I think to be able to sit here in this pod where we dreamed of is already quite amazing lah.
Yep. We also don't know how it's gonna go,
But
right?
what's coming up is very exciting, because this is our very first pod, and very likely in the near future we're going to be expanding to have more pods, not just in Singapore but regionally and hopefully globally, because content creation and podcasting is a growing economy, and if we are able to bring the production aspect of podcasting and content creation to the masses at a very, 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 very affordable entry-level price of 39 Singapore dollars per session, then anybody with a voice can start to create professional type of videos and content, and to basically empower you to have a voice and whether you're a tuition teacher or you are a salesperson or you are a startup founder or you are a crypto trader, everybody has something to share, and if this studio can empower you to do so, that is our dream, our goal.
I think at the end of the day, our vision and dream and what kind of like brought us to doing this is that we really believe that people should be able to be empowered to make their own content and be empowered to market and to share what value they have with the world lah.
Wow, well
Wow.
said. Selling the
See,
toyo.
he talks so much, right? At the end of the day, just one sentence, no need, you know. Okay, but anyway, $39 per session, please book.
Peace.